My name's Davida Shensky, and the title of this podcast is Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. And the purpose of this podcast is to help you live the best quality of life that you have within your limits, depending on whether it's the lifestyle you live, whether it's your mental health, whether it's the relationships you have. We want you to overcome any limiting beliefs and reach the highest point that you can possibly go. And in this presentation, we're going to talk about how to let your mind wander and 3 reasons why you should put down your devices. We live in a world where technology rules. And when we constantly on our devices, we are not paying attention to what's going on around us, and we're not letting our mind wander. And the best times to come up with new ideas is to get within your mind and just let your thoughts flow. Most of us are obsessed with controlling our thoughts. We want to be in charge of everything we think of at every minute. If it was possible, some of us would even plan what we will be thinking about throughout the whole 24-hour day. This might seem like a good idea, as that will make our lives more predictable and allow us to steer our lives in the direction that we see fit. But that is not always possible since we spend 47% of our waking hours daydreaming. Our mind wanders when we are involved in most activities, but interestingly, during sex, this is less likely to happen. But it is always guiding our thoughts a good idea? Well, I don't think so. And here is why. Think back to the last time that you had an unexpected aha moment. One moment you are absent minded, the next you have a fantastic idea that might be enlightening, or even more, is life changing. But tracing where that idea came from usually seems impossible. Well, usually that is because you allowed your mind to wander and it went beyond the mental boundaries that you might have created. The 3 benefits when you let your mind wander. It allows us to have happy thoughts when we are caught up in work or our long to do list. We will likely get exhausted and sometimes resent everything that is happening in our lives. Being under pressure might make you think that your idea is a huge ball of misery and there is nothing worth being happy about. The good news is that some studies have shown that when we let our minds wander, we will likely get positive thoughts that will boost our mood. This is because our mind is wandering and it allows us to think back on the moments that have made us smile and in turn improve our mood in the present moment. Moreover, we also allow our minds to create scenarios that make us happier. It improves performance. We are humans, not machines. We are incapable of working as though we're plugged into electric sockets. After all, a study done by Microsoft shows that the average human's attention span is only 8 seconds. With such an attention span almost similar to that of a goldfish, we constantly need breaks between our productivity sessions. It would be nice if we all could enjoy the sun on a beach every time we needed a break, but sadly, that is simply not possible. But nothing is stopping us from daydreaming about the perfect holiday that we deserve, relaxing and thinking of what we need are the best scenarios possible. And it helps us to become more productive when we get back to the task. It also allows us to briefly break away from the task and improve our problem solving skills. It facilitates divergent thinking. If you engage in a lot of creative tasks, you most likely require a lot of divergent thinking. This is where you come up with a lot of potential solutions for an ill identified problem. It will then go through these options and stick to the few ones which look like they have the most potential. Mind wandering is great for this kind of thinking. It opens your mind to endless possibilities and creativity, diverting our thoughts from the problem at hand brings creative discoveries. This is where it is possible for solutions to randomly come to us when we aren't even thinking about the problem. It is okay to let your mind wander, considering the increasing focus on meditation, mindfulness, and being in control of your thoughts. Letting your mind wander might sound like a nightmare. Several studies on mind wandering have shown that although it has largely been studied under the light of hindering progress, it's been and actually is undermined. Whether you are trying to come up with a plot for your next book, effective solutions for a problem you're facing, or a topic for your next assignment, gazing into the distance and letting your mind wander might land you the perfect solution that you have been looking for. So, next time you find your mind wandering, don't fight it, embrace it. Our minds seem to be nowhere and everywhere at the same time, all the time. Let our brain take a break and see what great things come from it. Oh, on days when your productive juices aren't flowing, don't let and don't be scared to slow down and let your brain wander. A little bit of daydreaming might help you mind get to places where you have no idea that it even existed. And always remember this, that there are times when you need to do more than just control your thoughts. You need to let them go and come up with solutions that you might never have thought of.